Hello guys and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Wix SEO and analytics. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've went ahead and set up just a little test website here just so we can go through the SEO part of the pages. Now the way you would locate that is if you go onto the top left here on page, so you want to click down on that, you can actually go through it through the manage pages, or another area which would be on the site pages and menu. Now it is always important to add your metadata or like meta descriptions and meta titles. Now the way you would do this is on the right side of each of the pages. You'll just see it right here. You'll see three little dots in a blue circle. So if you go ahead and click on that, you'll have an option there that says SEO Basics. Now, if you click on SEO Basics here, you'll then get an SEO setup checklist. So this is just the basic version, of course, as you can see. So it's letting us know what our title tag looks like. So these title tags will actually appear on the search engine results page. So you want to make sure that you structure it well. So of course, it'll be like with the likes of FAQ, and then I can even put down here ProfileTree. And then, of course, with the meta description, make sure that it actually matches what the description of that page will be. So an example of that would be, do you have any questions? Check out our page, blah, blah, blah. This would basically be the place you would put that down. Now, it usually would be around 160 characters. I would stick to around that amount. And then with the title tag just here, I would stick to about 60 characters for that title tag. Now, you do have the option then to go for the advanced SEO. This is where you can actually look at the structured data markup. So add markup to this page so search engines can display it as a rich result. Now you do have an option as well for robots meta tag. As you can see, select the relevant instructions so bots know what info to display after crawling this page. So it could be like a no follow. Also lets you know exactly what to be looking for. So this instructs bots not to crawl links on this page. No archive, max snippet. So it just gives you the information if you just hover over it and look at the information. Now there is an option there as well for additional tags. Now a canonical tag is really useful for, let's just say you have potentially duplicated content. You can just direct them to the old blog rather than creating a brand new one. There's no point having duplicated content on a website because that can greatly affect your SEO. So that pretty much is the SEO for this part. Now you do also have that option then for social share, which is going to give you a social image. Now, if I share this specific link onto, let's say, the likes of Facebook, that particular image will appear on that Facebook page. Now, if I don't have any custom or any other images uploaded on there, then this will be the default image that will be uploaded. So that is the basics for SEO on the pages. Now the main part that I would like to look at here is the dashboard. So as you can see at the very start there, it did say SEO setup checklist. So boost your site's SEO with the SEO setup checklist. So you just go to the SEO setup checklist here, or you can go to the dashboard on the top left. So on your left side here, you'll just get a little menu item, or just a little menu here on the left side, which shows your setup, home, getting paid, etc. What you want to look for is site and mobile app. And then as long as you're hovering over website and SEO, you'll be able to find SEO. So if you just open that one up, you'll actually get yourself a little SEO assistant. So at the minute we have a 0% score for our checklist. So we need to try to populate this now. So we'll go ahead and get started. So it's just going to say, what's the name of this business or brand? We'll just call it test site. Then it'll ask you, where does this business serve its customers? So we're just going to go ahead and say physical address. So we'll just put down Belfast, Northern Ireland. Perfect. Go ahead and click enter and then next. So keywords. So it actually tells you what exactly you should and shouldn't be using. So for the likes of this, you should describe your business and what it has to offer, like vegan pizza in Brooklyn. So it's also telling us not to include your business or site name. So let's just do a little example. Digital marketing in Belfast. Website development. NI. And then we'll just do video production, Northern Ireland. So we've went ahead and specified what exactly we do, as well as our location. So I'm just going to put down 3 keywords. So it is recommended to start off with 3 keywords. And you can see there, separate each one with a comma. So we can click on next. Now you can get some keyword ideas as well. Now this would be more of a plugin than anything. So here are the keyword researching tool there. So you've got SEMrush, keyword research, Wincher, keyword research, and SEO ranking. So you can pick any of the 3 here. Now this one's for free, and so is this one. There is a free plan available for that. But for now, I'm happy enough. I'm just going to go ahead and click on next. Okay, perfect. So we've actually ticked 2 out of the 7 here that we need to do. So at the minute we have add text to the homepage, which is okay. Allow indexing to make your homepage visible in search results. So let's go ahead and sort that out now. And then, of course, what we need here is a custom domain. As this is just a tutorial, I'll not need to do a plan, but for yourself, of course, this is going to be needed. And then the very last one there, which is connect this site to Google Search Console. Now, Google Search Console is a really, really good tool to use, especially if you want to see what type of keywords are currently ranking on your website. It's good for researching as well, just to see what other types of blogs that you can put up, or what sort of content that you could put up on your site. And it also lets you know your total clicks, your total impressions. It pretty much just gives you all the information that you need on your website. So you can see here, step 2, which is to optimize the site pages for search engines. So at the minute we have 9 out of 13. And again, you could see, right, we've went ahead and done everything we need to for the FAQ. So it's given us a tick. We've got a gift card here. So again, you could see majority of what my issues are lies with the meta title and the meta description. So that'll be for each one here. So that is pretty much the SEO setup checklist. Again, I would just go through it. If you have an image, let's just say as well, you need to make sure that you had alternative text to that. That's going to be really important, as Google needs to pick up on what exactly that image is. You also have a chance then to appear on the Google, the SERP, which is the search engine results page for either Google, Bing, or whatever platform that you're going to be using to appear on the images. So that is, as I say, the SEO setup checklist. Now what we'll do is we'll have a little browse through the Google Search Console, and I'll show you what that one looks like. So this is what the Google Search Console looks like. So if we go ahead and start now, So basically, you can see here from us, we have our total web search clicks. It lets us know exactly what's happening. We also have our option here as well for the search results. Just gives us an overview of our total clicks, our total impressions, and then it lets us know what people are actually searching for. So for Twitter Analytics Free, we're getting about 1,543, and our total impressions is about 8,068. So that's okay there. Now, from the top left here, now how you would do this is you would click on this, and then you would add a property, and then you would put in your domain name. Now, this will, of course, only work if you have a live domain name, and this would be the best way to actually connect it to your website. So that's just a quick, simple little overview on the Google Search Console. Now, again, it does let you know about your queries, your pages, countries, etc., and even the devices as well as search appearance. So it is really good for just having an overview of how your website is actually doing. Now, one more thing that I want to go over is the analytics for Wix. Now, on the left side again, you'll have an option here that says Analytics. And this actually tells you an overview of how many people are jumping onto your website. You even all have real time as well there. So here we go. At the minute, we have, of course, we have an overview of 0 at the minute. But if it is a live website, you'll have an option there which shows you your site sessions as well as your total sales if you have an e-commerce website. And let's just say, you can see here, you can explore visitor engagement as well. So you could see your bounce rate, your average session duration, average pages per session. Now with that bounce rate, you want to make sure you keep that very, very low. A high bounce rate is pretty bad for a website. It does greatly affect its SEO. You don't want that. It could be down to the page load time. It could be the actual user interaction with the website. So it all comes down to pretty much everything, which is the balance of your keywords. As I say there, or as I said there, the user experience throughout the website. And just below, again, analyze marketing performance, and connecting a Google Search Console will be really good to add on here. But other than that, that pretty much makes up the SEO as well as the analytics for Wix. But there you go, folks. That's just a basic overview on SEO and analytics. Now, SEO is a big thing, of course. You need to continuously look over it, making sure that you're uploading fresh content. Again, that could be with the likes of Q&As, blogs, or just updating the content on your website pages. But hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.